Hello, my name is Jeff Minner. My site is called Waiting for Walt Disney. The reason I'm calling it that is because I believe we need a Walt Disney-like person to come in, take over Walt Disney, and make it great again. We're on the wrong path. As you know, the stocks have been down. The movies have pretty much sucked. I mean, just basically, there's a few good movies that have been brought out, but they're not competing with Universal anymore. The other big theaters are, movie productions. Please excuse me, this is my first YouTube video, so I'm going to make mistakes, understand that, but so just kind of overlook those. But I'm here to talk about Disney, the good, the bad, the evil. One, I'm happy that Bob Iger is stepping down. He really never brought anything to me to the table, not like Michael Eisner did when Michael Eisner brought Disney back. And I hated to see Michael Eisner go, but I understand why he had to, because that was when Frank Wells got killed in a plane crash. And for y'all that don't know who Frank Wells is, he was the president of Disney during Michael Eisner's term as CEO. They really worked well together. They could bounce ideas off each other. And I think once Frank Wells died in that plane crash, I think the pendulum kind of used to equal out, but then it kind of went to one side. I'd still have a lot of respect for Michael Eisner. Matter of fact, I would love to have him on my YouTube channel or any other channel. Hopefully get into Facebook and stuff like that, but right now it's just YouTube. But we're at a point now that Disney isn't being run the way it needs to be run. It really the board members are not helping anything. If you look at them, they're playing politics more than they want to help Disney. And what I'm saying by that is you will look at some of the board members' Facebook accounts, and they have the pride flag, they have support the black flag, and but they don't show anything about supporting the Disney that we used to love. They're just playing politics. And I don't believe, whether you're Republican, liberal, independent, that you should go in there and play politics. We saw that with Bob Chapek. He went in there, wanted to play politics. He wanted to do, when Florida started that vote, he went after Florida. Now, do I think that's all his fault? No. I think Iger got into it and some of the board members got him to do it, but I don't really know. We need a new board. We need a new president. And do I think Josh D'Amaro is going to be it? Nope, I really don't. I think he's too close to Iger, and I think he's going to be a puppet. And then you have Donna Walden, who comes from 21st Century Fox, and she's a woke liberal, and she's good friends with Harris. And is that a problem with being friends? No, but when you're playing politics, it is. And she believes in woke movies. She believes in all that, and I don't agree with that. I believe that if you run Disney, you need to run it as like you're supposed to be like a judge. You're supposed to be independent of your decisions. Most judges aren't today. They make decisions on their political beliefs. And that's what these people are doing. You cannot have that. You need somebody to just run Disney. Run it for not only the shareholders, but run it for the families, the children. Bring it back to where it used to be. We used to have the best theme parks in the world. And today, I hear that Universal's one of the best. That shouldn't be. Not that I have a problem with Universal. I love Universal. I went to Universal. They have great. But we're the ones that started this, and we're the ones that should end this. I mean, we should have the best. And so all I'm saying is Disney needs to get back up where it used to be, the high standards. And I believe Michael Eisner said in one of his latest interviews, he said that you no longer get the VIP experience at Disney World when you're a guest. And I believe that. And he said, I feel like they've taken that away. And I believe that. You pay a lot of money to go through those gates. Every guest should be treated like a VIP, but they're not. Now, if you have a lot of money, you can book the finest hotels, you can get the tour guides, and then they'll treat you like a VIP. But the other problem I have is all the layoffs. During Iger's term, he laid off 180,000 people. Think about that. We no longer have buses that go to the airport, complimentary buses that go to the airport. That was something that was just nice to have, and you don't have that anymore. They took away a lot. They hired outside companies now to come in, so the Disney experience isn't there anymore. Like the catering and where the special features where they'd come to your room if you wanted a special basket. They don't do that anymore. It's another company that does that. And that's not the Disney touch. That's not the Disney experience. So I think Disney's going on the wrong path. And I hope you're all with me. So that's all I have to say for right now. I hope y'all stay with me. I hope you like the blog. Follow I hope you hit like and follow. And also, because the next time I'll be on is with Luke Parlot. I'm hoping I'm not destroying his name, but he's with the National League and Policy Center talking about the voting for board elections. So, I really want you to listen to him because I believe he's what we're going to need. This is what we need to get a lot of the board members and get some of our board members on there that want to do Disney right and not wanting to do one political group right. So, and what I mean by that, if Disney, like the woke experience, or let's talk about the gay experience. I'm not friends that are gay. My family has been to the park 3 times during the gay time, or whatever they call it, the gay days at the park. I'd never had a problem. I did have a problem with a straight couple grinding on each other and in the middle of Peter Pan ride while we're in line. But that being said, that's the only time I had problems. I didn't have problems with them. I read blogs from individuals that would tell people that this was a family park, that they were gay, and please remember this is a family park. We want you all to have fun. But they wanted them to also realize, and I thought that was nice. Too bad they couldn't tell that to some of the straight people that were there. But anyway, so I don't have a problem with the gay, but I didn't understand in Buzz Lightyear where they tagged the gay couple. I didn't understand what that had to do with the park. Still don't. I'm sorry, with the movie, the Buzz Lightyear movie. I don't really understand why they had to have that part in there. So anyway, but because Disney, and everybody thinks, well, that some people, the 1/3 of the group thinks, well, that's great, they had that in there. But think about it. If Disney was real into gays, like they said they are, oh, we back them up. We're in the pride. You see what we did to Florida when Chapek was, we're all that. They're not all that. Because think about it. I mean, when the movie Buzz Lightyear went to China said, nope, we're not showing it because the gay couple's in there. What did Disney do? Disney took the movie, they took the gay part out, and they sent it back over to China, and China played it. So obviously Disney's not that much into gays, and even the gays kind of overlooked it like, oh, that's fine. The transgender community overlooked it. How's that fine? If you're that strong into this, then is it only for America that you're into it, or is it for everyone? So that's just a question. I just don't understand how they did one, but they're making us watch it, but they didn't say anything to China. They just took it out. So, but anyway, please watch next time because Luke Parlot will be on here. Like I said, he's going to talk about the votes for the board members, and I think everybody needs to hear this because the vote comes up on the 18th for Disney. If you're a stockholder, you have to register or vote. Please at least vote, but please understand what you're voting for. Just don't vote all the way down because it's said Disney said they're for or against it. Half the stuff they're for is not good for us as stockholders, and half of the stuff that they're against is good for us as stockholders. So the board members, I'm not going to tell you how to vote on them, and I'm pretty sure you know how I voted on them. But we need to become more Disney people. I know a lot of people think, well, the vote doesn't matter. It does, because all these big companies get in there and then they vote and then the board gets what they want. There's only one time I saw where it changed, but we need to really work on this. I'm trying to get everybody that has a proxy vote out on this channel so that you can understand before the 18th of what you're voting for, and hopefully I can do that before 18th comes, and you'll have a chance to really understand. Because as you see, Disney only gives them 5 minutes, I believe, to talk, and so it's a really short period of time, and you can't really get all you want out. So listen to my channel. Like I said, please subscribe. If you have a comment, please, anything, even if it's helpful hints of what I can do better, we'll open to suggestions. But thank you all for watching, and I will see y'all next time.